absolutely perfect. Wow, that's good. All right, welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids, everyone. Phaze II Pearl, finally. Simple, same colors and everything as the Phaze II. We've gone through what, Phaze III, Phaze IV, Phaze V, Phaze AI. Now finally, the Phaze II Pearl. We're gonna throw it against the two other most recent releases of symmetrical pearls from the other brands. So we got the Rockstar Amped and we got the Ember, all right? 44 feet, a little bit burnt up. So let's just throw a few, get lined up, see how it compares. That was actually a pretty good shot. That ball hooked more than I thought it would. Fresh out of the box, that's the first time I've thrown it. I kind of warmed up a little bit with the Ember. This one has more teeth. So let's move a couple left and see if we hit the pocket here. Yeah, absolutely perfect. Just 2 boards left before I went through the face. That ball hooks more than I thought it would. It really does. So let's throw it against the Ember and let's see how it does. Ember from Global. Yeah, I feel like the Ember gets gonna roll a little bit later. Just a little bit weaker ball. Still went pretty flush there, so let's throw it again. Check our work, as Jimu said. Yeah, I missed in a little bit with that one. And I think the Phaze II is a little bit rollier, like a little bit more mid-lane than the Ember. Let's throw the Rockstar Amp now. Let's figure this out. So I know in the previous vid and a few games I bowled with this ball, it's like pretty smooth off the back end. Like a little bit more forward than most of the other sim pearls I've had. Yeah, I missed a little in with that one, and it held its line a lot better than the Ember. So I think it's just a little bit more mid lane and a little less back end than the Ember. So it's able to hold its line a little bit better and not check up off the spot as hard as the Ember does. The Ember and the Amped definitely have two distinct reactions. We had a lot of corner down lane with the Ember, and we have like a more mid lane and kind of a forward off the spot with the Amped. All right, let's go back to the Phaze II Pearl and throw it on the same line again. Let's see if we can see the differences. Yeah, I missed a little right. That one hooked. I think the Phaze II Pearl has got more teeth than these two balls. It's gonna cover a couple more boards. Let's move slightly to the left and let's see if we're right. Let's go 2 to the left from there and we'll see if this ball can still be continuous through the pins. Wow, that's good. That ball hooks. That ball hooks quite a bit. So we're kind of doing like a symmetrical pearl battle here. Each of the 3 newest sim pearls from each of the 3 brands. But I think a good one would be like a polished original Phaze II and this one, see what the difference is. Yeah, I missed a little inside there with that one. Obviously can't be super perfect every shot, so knowing what a ball does when you get a little left and a little right is good. So that one has a lot of continuation. This ball hooks more than these other symmetrical pearls for sure. I left a 9-pin and I moved 2 boards to the left. Missed in a little bit into the oil on a long pattern and at 9-pin. So that's a good sign for me. That ball is like still continuous in the back end when I miss in the oil. All right, question time with Jungo, halfway through the vid. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite ball is in the current lineup of any brand. And also let me know down in the comments what your favorite ball is of any discontinued ball. My favorite discontinued ball is gonna shock everybody, is the Ultimate Inferno. No, I'm kidding. It's the Idol, of course, from Roto Grip. And my current favorite line ball is the Attention Star S2. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite current line ball is and discontinued ball is. All right, let's go back to the Ember. Same line as that Phaze II Pearl that I've moved to the left. This one should get down the lane a lot easier, have more pop. Yeah, I keep missing my board by 1 to the left. You can see how that one like scooted down lane a little further. We carried the 4. Let's hit my mark this time. That one definitely has more pop. Wow, that was like pretty good. And it just 9-pinned. Like, I think the Ember is angular. But right now in this condition, the board's hooked is pretty similar. But I think the Ember is definitely more angular, and the Rockstar amp and the Phaze II Pearl are very, very similar. Even the core numbers are almost exactly the same. Let's throw a couple more with the amped and the Phaze II Pearl, and let's get a better read off. The amp is just a little smoother off the back end than the Ember for sure. So we flat 10. I like when my balls go a little bit more forward off the end of the pattern. It's just much more controllable for me. You know, I feel like if I leave a 10 pin every once in a while, no big deal, right? Yeah, I kind of missed that one at the bottom a little bit, but very, very smooth as a symmetrical Pearl. I like that ball, man. So I think the Phaze II Pearl here is very, very similar. Maybe we just got like a little bit more boards covered. Yeah, we've got the most hook with the Phaze II Pearl. It's gonna cover the most boards out of these three. The amped fits right in between, right? It's a little stronger than the Ember, but a little smoother off the back end. And then the Ember is the longest and the sharpest. And just by looking at the core numbers, Phaze II, amped, very, very similar. Just the difference is the cover stocks and the shape of the core, obviously. And then the Ember, we got a little less differential, a little less hook potential. I think that makes the ball go down lane a little further, a little more off the spot, but very, very close. Like on a pattern like this, 44 feet, it's got some traffic on it already. These balls are very, very close. And I think if I was bowling for score right now, I'd use the amped. It's just the easiest to get to the pocket. Let's cheat one or two left here with the Phaze II. Oh, a couple boards more than the amped. And for me, the amped is one of those balls that's really good when the lanes get a little cliffed, right? You get the ball a little right and overhooks on you. You miss in a little bit, ball slides a little bit too far. Something like the amped or the Rockstar Sol is really gonna help you out with that. Merging the two. Too much hook on the outside, too much slide down the middle. Some of those balls that are really smooth, that's what you need to like give yourself some area on those patterns. This Phaze II is nice though, man. Once we got a couple of boards further left than the amped, wow, that goes through the pins so good from there. Right, you see a couple times with the amped, I left a 10 pin, missed my release a little bit, left a really weak 10, almost a 7-10. The Phaze II here is way stronger of a ball. Well, not way stronger, a couple boards. Go for a turkey here. Yeah, missed one in at the arrows. Flat 10. Let's see if I miss a little bit right. Let's see what happens. So that was missing one left. A little flat 10 action. Okay, feet in the same spot. Let's miss one right. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, a little different angle coming in the pins there. Carried it. So you see if I get a little right early, kind of checks up on me, pushes it back online. If I miss a little left, it doesn't check at all. Kind of just hydroplanes right to the pins. So that's a long pattern for you with a little bit of traffic down the right. Same line as the last one. Let's just slow it down a bit. This is one of the stronger symmetrical pearls I've thrown. I wonder how it would compare to the Zen 25. So the Ember again. Since we've moved about 5 boards left. Yeah, that ball almost 9 pins from there too. Ember is strong in the back end, really strong. Easier length, more back end out of the Ember. Rockstar amp from there. Thrown against one another, very similar. Just very subtle differences, right? They're all in the same category. Symmetrical pearls, one from each brand. If I were to throw the Rockstar right now, I'd probably leave corner pins, 24/7. Just because you need angle down lane. So yeah, if you want a strong symmetrical pearl, I would definitely get a Phaze II Pearl. If you want something that corners a bit harder down lane, maybe I'd get the Ember. And if I want a strong symmetrical pearl that's a little more forward, because you're bowling on a cliff, and so then I get the Rockstar amp. But I have the privilege to throw all three, and very, very similar, as you can see. just subtle differences. So make sure you pick the right ball for you. All right, we just got done bowling with the brand new Phaze II Pearl. All right, let me tell you a little bit about this ball before we get into the ball ratings and a recap of what we saw out there. So this is the exact same ball as the Phaze II, same colors, same core, just a beefy, pearlized cover stock. That's the only difference. 16 on the Journey, as well as the Phaze AI. This one's been beefed up, a little bit more aggressive, and they call it the 25. So this explains exactly what I saw in the lanes. This ball hooks more than the Rockstar amped, and it also hooks more than the Ember. We now know that's because of the beefier cover stock, a TX25, so more traction and just more hook overall. I know they've tried to come up with a sequel to the Phaze II for a while. We had the Phaze III, Phaze IV, Phaze V, Phaze AI. Nothing really stuck around. I'm thinking this ball is gonna be the one that does. It's the exact same ball, right? It's just a pearlized cover, a little more length, a little more pop down lane. I know a few of us used to have two Phaze IIs. Jimu had one that was polished and one that was dull, kind of doing his own version of what they did here. But now this one is designed to be polished. It's a pearl. So I think this one's gonna react a little bit better and a little bit more consistent. A little recap of what we saw in the lanes. This ball is strong. I had to keep moving my feet left in order to hit the pocket. In comparison to the Rockstar amped, this one is a little bit more. Just a little bit more ball, a little earlier, a little bit more continuous. The Rockstar amp, just a little bit more tame off the back end. It kind of still has that good mid-lane traction, but the Rockstar amp lays off in the back end, a little smoother, a little more forward. And the Ember, on the other hand, a little less differential in the core, so it gets down lane a little bit easier, and it really goes sideways more than these other two balls. Very subtle differences with those three. As you can see, I was striking the same lines with all three, but just very subtle differences in the reactions. And because of that, you gotta make sure you buy the best one that suits your bag and that suits your game. I have the privilege of throwing all three and comparing them, telling you what I see. So if I were to go to a tournament, it would definitely depend on the lane conditions of which of these three that I bring. So looking back at the Rockstar amp video, we did 5.5 for hook potential, just to raise the bar a little bit with the Phaze II Pearl here. 6 hook potential for the Phaze II. Rockstar amped had a 7 response time to friction. So when it hit the dry, how fast did it turn the corner? This one's gonna be a little bit more than that as well. So 7.5. We got a little bump up in hook potential and response time down lane. And then shelf appeal, I'm going 8. This ball looks really good. It's polished, blue and red with gold sparkle lettering. I think it looks really good in the window. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you learned a little something today about symmetrical pearls and their subtle differences. Stay tuned for rapid fire. You can really see the reaction differences side by side, one after the other. Don't forget our promo code at bufabowling.com. Jungo barks 10% off your order. Anything he's got, absolutely everything in there. Go check out his website.